Actually, now that you've said that, the whole film is very consistently great in that sense, because everything is so memorable, and there's a couple of drone shots where you're showing people chasing that were like out of the world. But I want to talk to you about the climax of the film. Probably we'll play this clip after the film releases. So there's this scene where the big shootout happens, where they kill Veerapan, and Shivraj Kumar is just sitting there watching a big opera sort of thing with a coffee in his hand. So tell us about that. Like, how did that happen?
See, the whole point, there are two things. For me, the moment Veerapan steps out of the forest, the content is over. Because no one is going to think that anything surprising is going to happen anymore.
Right.
So the only way he can sustain is the way his character behaves. Because by the time you're so heavily into his character, like right from the beginning, Shivraj was telling me, sir, we need to do something very good in the climax, this character, this and that, 3-4 times, Then finally, when we came to the day of the shooting, I came into the makeup and I said, sir, I have an idea, but don't react immediately, just think of it for 5 minutes before saying anything. What are you going to do in the climax? He said, what? He said, you'll be having coffee, I said. He looked at me, like that, and for about 10 seconds, and he suddenly got up and he just shook his head, and then he shook my hands. Which means he could imagine the impact. I said, what is the point of you shooting like one more guy? So I said, you're watching shooting. That's what I do when I'm watching shooting. I'm behind the camera and I'm always with a cup of coffee and I'm watching things happening in front of the camera. So shooting is being done by your boys. You have coffee, But that was a very risky decision because it's so unconventional to see in a film something like that. But because of that, it looks so powerful. Because of that,
I think that was one of those biggest high moments for me when I was watching the film. I literally screamed out, like, this is so cool.
Yeah. See, for me, emotions are something I control. I don't let emotions control me. So even if I cry or I do anything, it will be for a purpose of making someone else believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So I manipulate emotions to get something out of it.